Hi friends, it's been a long time. I, however, was inspired to create a new video. I'll get right to the point. Hairstory, this is all about Hairstory how-to. It's my favorite line of products for me. Not a ton of hold, lots of moisture, makes my life a whole lot easier, and I like those things. They are doing 30% off subscriptions for the next week. This is an exclusive promotion that's not being offered just anywhere on their website. So you will need to use my special hairstylist link, which is in the description box, followed by a code that is Alyson30sub, ALYSON 30SUB. So be sure to use that code and you will get your 30% off your subscription. So if you already have a subscription, cancel it and start a new one. If you don't have a subscription, start one. If you're not sure you want to keep a subscription, start one and then cancel it after you get your products. Do whatever you have to do to get these products in your hands. These are my favorites. This is New Wash by Hairstory. This is their original formulation. They have 3 formulas. Do the quiz if you want to see which one they recommend for you, but I recommend original for like 95% of my clients, and it's what I use, and it's my very, very favorite. I love Hairstory Hair Balm. This is their styling cream, and I love Hairstory Undressed. I've talked about these products before. If you've ever watched any of my recent videos in the last couple years, which I haven't made one in a while, so hello, nice to see you. I've talked about these products, but these are my favorites. Together, I feel like they act like a lightweight gel. Lots of good proteins in this that can be used by any hair textures. Lightweight hold and curl enhancement in this one. And so the two of them together, I feel like are pretty magical. And then of course I've got my scrubby brush that just makes using this all that much better. All that said, guys, I'm happy to be here. It's been a long time. I'm presently growing out my hair. It's been a long time coming. I cut it off into a pixie cut, if you'll remember, in August of 2020. So it was 3 years ago, and I have been trying almost ever since to grow it out slowly. I haven't really done a good job of leaning into the grow out, so that's where I am right now, and I do find that this product is helping me work through that without having to deep condition quite so much, just to get that length to where I want it to be. So I'm very happy with these products. I'm very happy to be here with you. This is very weird. I haven't done this in such a long time, but I'm happy to be here. So we're gonna hop over into my shower. This is gonna be like the normal demo video because you know those are my favorite things to make. I love education. It's one of my favorite things to do. So we're gonna hop over into my shower. I'm gonna show you how I use these products, how much I use, how I put it on my head. I do about 4 zones of application, so I'll explain that to you. And then I'll show you how I use these products to style on wet hair, on damp hair. It just depends on what you're seeking, volume, definition, or texture. So we'll talk about all of that. And if you are interested in more education, because that's my favorite thing in the world, because I really believe that if you know how your hair works, you can make it work for you. Go to thewavylife.com, find me on Instagram. I have lots of education. So thewavylife.com is where I have my virtual education, Instagram, and of course YouTube. I do free sharing of knowledge and information, but really at the end of the day, for me, the education is where it's all about. So let's hop over into that shower and get started showing you how to use these products and why they work for me. And I hope they work for you. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this in such a long time. Welcome back to my shower, everybody. Okay. We're gonna be using Hairstory New Wash Original. Scrubby, don't mind that mine is discolored. If you order one, yours will be new. I've just hinted my hair so many times, it's picked up some color now. It's kind of gross. I'll be selling with Hairstory Hair Balm and Hairstory Undressed. Now, the most important thing I think about using New Wash Original is making sure your hair is very, very wet. Definitely take the time to get your hair soaked. And now the second most important thing is that quantity is everything. You have to use a lot of New Wash. Think about how much shampoo you would have used, and then how much conditioner would you have used, right? And then put those together and it'd be about this much. However, we're going to break that up into sections of your head. Here is zone 1. Here's my $half size amount. I emulsify, I apply across the top of my head, I move it around my ears also, and I really start to push that into my hair. I'm gonna turn this water off. Here's my second zone. I'm gonna emulsify this, and I'm gonna lift up put it right where I want it. And then I'm gonna take this, I tend to kind of go like behind my ears and sort of have all that meat. So I kind of spread out zone 2 a little bit. Zone 3, here's like a quarter, maybe a 1.25 size amount. And I'm going to go to the nape of my neck and work it up. Okay, so now that my scalp is coated, I'm gonna use my fingertips to really massage all of that in. Then I'm going to go for zone 4. And I probably use the least amount in zone 4 personally because I don't have a ton of hair. My density is medium. My length is on the fairly short side. I have a lot of layers. Okay, now I'm going to take my wonderful scrubby brush. This is totally an optional step, but it's one that I honestly look forward to. So I think the brush is like $10. So it's worth it. I had it for at least, I think probably 2 years now. And I love it. One of the things that I do in my studio is I set this on the platform that is in my sink and ask my clients to just lay their head right on it. And so all of those muscles at the nape of their neck just relax, and it's the most amazing thing. And a lot of times I will just take it and press it to those muscles as well. This is the third most important step with New Wash. Let it sit. So I'll twist up my hair, clip it in place, and then what I tell all of my clients, bathe, shave, sing a song. If that's what you do, if you shave, if you bathe, then go ahead and do those 3 things and let this sit in your hair for at least 3 minutes to attach to all the impurities on your hair. This uses evening primrose oil, jojoba oil. It's sort of an oil cleansing method. So then you're gonna let this sit for about 3 minutes. And now I'm gonna show you how to rinse. This is the 5th. Am I keeping up with my numbers? Y'all keep me honest. I think this is the 5th most important step with using Hairstory New Wash, and that is to scrub it out like you scrubbed it in. I lean my head back and I scrub it. It doesn't matter if the water is warm or cool, but it's a thick product. My hair actually feels a little bit squeaky. And then the next step for me is I do like to use a leave-in conditioner. So I'm going to use InnerSense Sweet Spirit, and I have it transferred into a different kind of bottle because I don't like the spray. And that's it. If you want more definition, apply your products on still dripping wet hair. If you like a little bit just more texture and movement like I do, I'm not going for full definition, I will apply my products on hair that's been in a microfiber type towel. This one is from Aquas. That's how I prefer to use it. So I'm gonna show you how much I use and then how I dry my hair. And we'll do that not in the shower. So I'll meet you in my bathroom. Okay, I have left my plop towel on for about 5 minutes. My hair is definitely still wet, but it's definitely not drippy. Okay, so the more definition you want, the less time you need to leave your plop towel on your head. More water equals more definition. I've combed out my hair because that's how I prefer to style my hair these days, and I have many, many styling videos. I will let you watch those at your leisure. They're on my channel. They're old, but they're still relevant. And for me, I am going to use, because I don't have all that much hair, I'm going to use about a half of a pump of Hairstory hair balm. And I emulsify everything between my hands, and I flip upside down and sort of messy apply it to my ends. You can also just scrunch it in depending on how much definition you want. Now I find that this cream does have some hold to it because it's got some pretty good proteins in it, but it can be used by people of all hair textures. And by texture, I mean, how thick is your individual hair strand? Is it fine? Is it medium? Is it strong? Some say coarse. I just prefer the word strong. If you've been here for a minute, you know. And then I kind of comb my hair back into place again and figure out how I want to style it. I'm constantly arranging it. So the foundation of my styling is hair balm. Hairstory does have a hole in their lineup. They know it. They're working on a gel. They don't really have a product with a lot of hold to it. However, hair balm and undressed together, I find really work like a lightweight gel. I like to spritz this all over. This is like a sea salt spray without the salt. It's actually like a spray gel and a sugar spray had a baby. They use sucrose, they use galactorhabinin, which is a really fun ingredient that comes from larch trees, and InnerSense uses that in their gel called I Create Volume, which is a wonderful hold ingredient that also adds a lot of shine and moisture to the hair. So You really can't use too much of this. It adds a lot of texture to the hair, and I just love and adore it. So I will use that before I start diffusing my hair, and then about halfway through diffusing, I will spritz it on again for a little extra hold, and also wonderful to refresh with. This is my like ride or die product, I think, of maybe all products. My favorite cream, for sure. But if this went away, I would hoard every bottle I could get my hands on. Okay, that's my favorite. So I'm going to diffuse my hair and spare you from all of that because you've seen me diffuse my hair a million times, or there are a million other videos where you can watch me diffuse my hair. But those are the quantities that I use. If you have more hair, use a full pump. If you have very long hair, if you have very dense hair, you might need 2 pumps. I have some clients that I use maybe 2 pumps per section, a side, and a back. So it really depends on how much hair you have. But for me, someone with finer hair, someone with moderate density, half a pump works for me. And then a good 8 to 10 pumps of this honestly works for about everybody. I'll diffuse and I'll show you the result in a moment. I don't even dry it completely anymore. It's a little bit damp at the top, but I tell you what, the longer I've been using this product, the easier and less frizzy my hair has gotten. I don't have to deep condition as much anymore. My hair is just really pretty easy. It's a soft cast. It's easy to scrunch out. This is a great line if you're looking for products that just make your life easier. I think back about the first videos I ever made and all of the things that I was doing and the hoops I was jumping through to try to create a certain look, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just that I see the evolution that's taken place, and I know that I've come to a place that's much less stressful for me, and I feel like I have Hairstory, honestly, to thank for being part of that evolution and creating products that have made my hair easier for me, because that's where I wanted to go. So New Wash Original is my favorite cleansing conditioner, whatever you want to call it. It's a cleansing conditioner. I just call it a cleanser. And I love and adore their hair balm, Undressed, and of course, my very ugly but very effective scalp scrubby brush. Those are my very favorite things. 30% off for subscriptions. Don't forget to use my code Alyson30sub. It's in the description box. Don't forget to use my special link in the description box. Those two together will get you 30% off your subscription. Very thankful as always for your support, for your trust in me. I help a lot of people every day with their hair, and it's the thing that professionally I absolutely live for, and I did not know that this would be my future, but I'm so happy to be here, and I'm thankful to you for being on this journey with me all these years, since what, 2016? It's been a long time. I'm happy you're here. As always, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and have the happiest, healthiest, most wonderful curl day. Bye, guys.